What's up, guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Shotgun Farmers podcast. I really wanted to do this idea a couple months ago, but I couldn't quite find the right people. But now, because of some recent circumstances, I was able to find a good group of people to do this podcast with. Speaking of which, here's my first podcast co host, Birdie,
Yo, what is up, guys?
and my second podcast co host, Peter.
Hello.
So, as you may or may not have known, Birdie was a little naughty in the year of 2022 and
Yeah.
messed around with some naughty apples and got permanently banned from the game
Permanently.
uh, and in the Discord for hacking and data mining, I believe.
Yeah.
But because Birdie is a good man, he's a good guy. He just kind of asked politely, and they were like, "Sure." So he's back, minus the melon loader,
Yeah.
and you've been pumping out content, right?
Yeah, I made like three uploads last week. I'm working on one right now. Should be up like tomorrow or something.
And I mean, it was a good kind of time to get unbanned because Shotgun Farmers 2.0, the what was supposed to be Halloween event turned late January event, finally released, completely changing everything. New UI, bunch of new content, 50 tier battle pass system, new gigantic four-side horde mode. And how have you guys been enjoying the update so far?
Okay. So the cattle pass is good. It's already maxed, but okay, I think he needs to make it a little harder because it's 15,000 every tier. I think he needs to make it 20,000 because it's the same as your level. The horde mode, it's just a horde mode. It's the same. The boss is cool. Stuff like that. The new gun, it's just basically a Hey K reskin. Yeah, that's my thoughts on everything.
Peter, and I know you've been playing the update a lot. How have you been enjoying it so far?
I've enjoyed I've been enjoying the update quite a bit. Just like Birdie, I finished the Cattle Pass tier 50. I feel like the next season it should be at least 25,000 experience per tier.
All right, so I would just like to preface this with saying that these people both no-lifed the game for like 3 hours straight to get tier 50.
Oh,
It's basically like getting 50 levels in 3 days in Shotgun Farmers. I've been playing the game, I think honestly like more than a lot, and I'm only like halfway through. Like if you're the normal Joe who like plays the game for like an hour a day, you should be kind of fine with it. And I think it's better to go too little than too much and like have people like because like you can play Shotgun Farmers for like 8 hours straight and then like want to jump off a ledge at the end of it. But I think having it be short is gets people to play it for, I guess, be more happy while playing it. So yeah, you guys you're like one of two of three people to have already got in tier 50. It's Pichu, Birdie, and Peter. So how do you guys like the cosmetics in it?
Um, I don't like how it's all four-side themed. I wish they did a little bit of like mix matching, but I understand that's like the theme because of the new horde mode. But overall, the cosmetics are good. I like the pets. I like the ghost pet. I like how you can name them. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Peter, what are your thoughts on about it?
um, I enjoy it. What's it called? Especially the pets. Um, what is it? Um, I do like the fact that you can name them like Birdie said. My favorite pet is Bling Bok. It goes with my outfit, which is all diamond, diamond farmer, diamond shotgun, and diamond shovel. And yeah, it goes with my outfit.
Yeah, so along with that, I just want to mention quickly that that is the Prestige 6 reward is Bling Bok, and you guys are You guys are Prestige 6 players. I'm just gonna ignore that. You guys are Prestige 6 players. So how do you feel about the badge?
Um, I think it's a little underwhelming for Prestige 6. I thought because Master Form was so cool. It's golden. It's like awesome. It's like gold, like I said. And then this one is just like blue. Like it looks like two mini shovels in blue. I think they should have went for the Prestige 6 concept that Aslan made a while back as a troll. But yeah, I think it's pretty lame.
Yeah, I think I like the color purple. I kind of like the design. It's just too thin, too small in my opinion. It's kind of hard to see. It doesn't really have the presence as Prestige 5. What do you think, Peter? Do you like it?
I do like it. I don't mind it. I do think the design could be a bit better, so I don't mind it whatsoever. It does look like a butt plug because of how thin it is.
It does. It does look like that device. Yeah. I'd like to talk about the Hawaii drama that's been going on in the community recently. I mean it's been ever since I'm the only SF Hawaiian player. I live in Hawaii. I actually live inside a volcano. I drink out of coconuts every day, and I always get the update 3 hours early than everyone else does. So if you're in the community, you obviously know the update is out in Hawaii right now. I say that every single time the update day. Um,
Quickly,
some people have some people have tried to add it. Yeah, what's up?
quickly, I want to mention you got the update 3 hours earlier, but you're still like level what, 22?
Well, I was just in shock. I was just looking at the main menu the whole 3 hours.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, some people have tried to rope in some other like countries, like some African countries. No, it's just Hawaii, and it's just Hawaii. And Quasi hasn't said anything on the topic yet, but there is proof. Like literally every single update. Are you okay, Peter? every s-
Yeah,
every single update. I can show you the screenshot of my console updating. I think everyone's seen that picture before. But yeah, I mean Hawaii, it just comes out early, and some people are like, no, it like they check to see if it's out, and obviously it's not because I'm in Hawaii. People don't really understand that. So, as we're talking about the new update, there has a lot of people thought that the pomegranate would come out with the update. It was missing, but the Uzukini did release this update. So, what are your thoughts? I know Birdie. I think you said the
Yeah.
Uzukini was just a reskinned AK-47.
Basically, it shoots faster. I think it is better because it shoots faster. You move faster while holding it, I believe. It has less ammo. Wait, no, actually it has more ammo, but a
It
faster
has
fire.
it has two more ammo. I believe it's 32
Yeah.
compared to
So
the AK's
I
30.
think it's better than the AK, but it's still just too similar for me to like actually like it.
Yeah, I really love this gun. It fires really quickly, a lot more quickly. Um, it has the punch melee like the P-Volver does. It has like its like hip holster, I guess you'd call it. I wish it was in more maps. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's only in Forest Side as like a spawn. Uh, and I really love using the gun. Like that was the problem with the Heike. It was only in crop drops. And there was a time where crop drops are random, so sometimes I rarely see a Heike 47. But yeah, it's good in more than just the horde mode or against bots. Like playing against players, it feels really good. Um, what do you think, Peter? Do you like the gun?
um, I do like the gun. I agree with what you guys said with all of it. Quick question: does the Uzukini have more range or less range than the AK?
It doesn't have great range. It is a very close contact weapon. It's like basically the only thing that distinguishes it from the AK-47, I believe. Like you can't shoot across the map with it. Even if you have the gun in your sights and you think you'll be able to make a range, there's like a certain point where it just like drops off. So I think that's like the only really big thing that distinguishes it from the AK-47. I think doesn't it have like very similar sounds too to the
Yeah.
AK-47.
Yeah, it does.
Have you guys 1v1'd at all? Done a lot of 1v1s since the update has come out?
Yeah.
I've done two 1v1s, one with Birdie, which I won, and one with Cube that
Wow.
I and one with and one with Cube that I did earlier today. I
Have you
won.
have you guys used the Uzukini in any 1v1s that you did?
I
No.
don't think we did.
Because I know that the Forest side it was originally criticized for being a bad competitive map, having like the wider LMG on one side, and then the Uzukini completely replaced the wider LMG, if I'm correct, in this recent update. So I'm actually curious to see how. I mean, it is a close range weapon, so I don't know if it would change much, but I'm curious to see how it would actually challenge competitive play. So now that we're on the topic of Forest side, this was the meat and bones of the update. Besides the cattle pass, the Forest side horde mode, the third horde mode to release. Um, Last one being the Graveside horde mode that came out in the 2021 Halloween event. Um, so a lot of people really liked the Graveside one. They thought it was a step up. Only 30 waves. It made it shorter, a lot more playable. I like Graveside is a really great. I think out of all three, it's the best map for a horde mode, just because it's so much bigger. It's like the biggest map, I'm pretty sure, besides like Riverside. Um, it makes an amazing horde mode, and although I think more effort was put into Forestside, I think Forestside was just a worse map for horde mode. I think it's still better than Darkside. I'm just not a big like Darkside is. It's a whatever map. I'm not a big fan of Darkside horde mode, but yeah, what are you guys' opinions on the Forestside horde mode?
Like I stated in the other video that you made, I was featured in, I think the two boss waves are the only really like fun, like you don't have to turn your brain off to play waves. The other 28 get kind of repetitive with the same monsters, some even reused from last horde mode in Graveside, being like the spiders and the skeletons. I like the Zombun, I like the Pumpgeist, I think it's called, and the Sasquatches are cool too.
Peter, have you played through the horde mode a bunch? Because I've played it through like probably like 5 times already. I'm
I've
actually a big fan of it.
I played through it about say at least 6 times. The first five, I ended up dying in. The sixth one is the one where I actually got to the end and completed it. I do want to play it some more, but I want to do it completely by myself without help. And yeah, that's what I want to do. I've been through it a couple times, and it's really fun. It's probably yeah, it's my favorite horde mode map so far. Darkside is I do like Darkside. Um Out of all of them, I'd rank Foreside first, Graveside second, and Darkside third. Um I do like the Sasquatch and Griswold boss fights.
I love Sasquatch. He's my favorite SF thing now. I love him.
Um Graveside, um did they did they change or add any animations to
Yeah,
Soul Harvest?
so the bosses, all old bosses, so the Mumu, the Mulatov Mumu, the Soul Harvester, and Bak Queen, they now have animations for their entrances, which is a nice detail
Ah,
by Gauzy.
all right. And let's see. Dark Side. Um, my yeah. I do like Queen Mach. That boss fight is really fun. I haven't played it in a while. I may play it later, tonight or tomorrow. I'll see. But out of all, I still do like Dark Side, even though it's my least favorite out of all of them. It's still pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I think 30 waves, if that was your only horde mode, having 30 waves would be really short, so I understand the 50. But even like Darkside just feels so long. Like I can't like sit down and just play. That's what I like about Graveside. Forestside especially. That Forestside felt so short. Like as soon as the update dropped, me, Birdie, Peter, and were you a part of that?
I was not. I was in
Me,
school.
I think maybe Ramo, Scully, I don't know, or Dan was one of them. We immediately played the Foresight, or Superlit was one of them. We were like the first people to beat Horde mode as the update came out, and it took us like 25 to 30 minutes,
Hmm.
probably less than that, honestly. Like
Yeah.
it was a really quick Horde mode. I mean, it was like fun. So it was really short though, which is like good and bad. Like bad, like oh, it's really short. Um, so like if you wanted more from it, there's no endless mode yet that hasn't been added. So I mean, you just have to keep like replaying the horde mode over and over again, which is what I think. Well, a lot of people have been doing. But also it's just like quick. You can like if you want to go in and quickly do a horde mode, even like I think Birdie, you said it took you like an hour to like solo through it. Like that's not a bad time really. If you just have like an hour to burn, you want to run through. I think that's really good. Like you said about the boss fights, I love Sasquatch. Um, I love his voice lines. I love how he just moves around. He's a really funny boss, in my opinion. Wave 26, Quasi was like, "How about I put in like 8 of them all at once?" He has like his moves aren't hard except the one where he like ground pounds the ground and like that can like instant kill you if you're a little too close.
Oh
Which
yeah.
that attack, it's a little hard to like tell what the radius is. Um, but I had a lot of fun when I did my thing with Birdie. He was like, "It's just like horde mode. It's boring or whatever." But I was expecting like a lot of and like there are reskins of like just like oh the zombie is now the zombear. But there's actually a lot more variety in the enemies and like more attack moves than I actually thought there'd be. There's the ghoul, the ghost thing, the TP bumpkin mask on the little ghost. That one is like the or the ghost Bach from Graveside. But then there's also an orange variant that carries a bumpkin. The spiders are back with a new arachnid mode, by the way. In my opinion, the arachnid mode is scarier than the non-arachnid mode because it looks a little weird and it runs at you scary. um, they have Count Cropula teleports around. I think he's a cool boss. He can get stuck a couple times, though. I noticed there's a bug where even if you kill him, he'll just freeze there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. Obviously, there's the zombears, which I think are my favorite like variety of zombie out of all of them. The skeletons are back.
Oh, the Zombun.
The Zombun, that's a new one where he throws carrots at you. And then, like you guys said, the Sasquatch becomes one of them, like a regular boss, obviously with less health. But and then finally, the final boss, Griswold. What are your opinions on him?
Best boss ever. The tornado move, it's so unique to the game. Like it's when I first saw it, like I did not think that was the game. It's crazy. And then he has like the little hammer you have to jump over. I think that's cool too, that you actually have to like jump over it. I
Yeah,
thought it
that
was
like
just
that's such a fun attack pattern. Like actually
yeah.
having to jump over like an obstacle.
He has like a little swipe with like he just swings his hammer. I think that's a little busted because it like one shots you almost and like knocks you
Yeah,
across the map. But overall, I think this is the best boss in the game.
dude, I love it. Like I think it's hard to like. Soul Harvester is pretty easy in my opinion. Um, he can teleport like right behind you and get like cheap hits off of you. I hate Zomba Queen because she just has this like lock on like instant kill laser that I find really stupid. But like I would say that Griswold is really hard but like fair. Like you can like beat him if you're playing with like a full team. It's not too difficult, but like obviously a bunch of your players can die. But like playing against him solo is like Birdie. It took you. You're like one of the best players, and it took you like 10 minutes to
Yeah.
fully kill him. And oh, by the way, quick tip if you're trying to get through it with your friends, the Uzukini is the first gun that, because it's like the Heike, it's a quick spray, it does a bunch of damage. it's a healing weapon. It's one of those healing ones. I think all the vegetable ones heal. Use that to revive your players, because if you're not going to be able to revive them in like the final boss. If you stand still, Griswold's going to come at you and kill you. That's what happened with me a couple times. Just shoot at them with the Uzukini. There's like 3 different spawns on the map. They like really push you to use this as your main gun. Just revive them with that. It's so much easier. So yeah, I think it's such a fun horde. I love just like going back and quickly playing through it. I think a lot of people are coming back for that because they're seeing these like clips on TikTok of Quasi's development of these like gigantic like anime moves that the Griswold is doing. And it's just such a fun and hectic. I like that there's a phase change where he turns all red and his moves get like a billion times worse. I think it's such an amazing horde mode and boss. So with the cattle pass, there's also new farmers market items in the shop. Was Boink, which was the baby Oink Oink. That was like the first pet ever made. Looks a little weird. I think he's cute though. He's funny. He has a twerk it emote that he does. And then the other 2 featured items were Exploding Apple and the Exploding Apple skin. So I don't know how much you guys have used the skin, but that's like the only skin that I've been wearing for the past 3 days since the update came out. I just love it so much. Exploding Apple, he's like really popular on YouTube. He has like 50,000 subscribers. Makes like Garden Warfare 2 videos. Makes Shotgun Farmers videos, obviously. He streams a bunch. He's super into the community and friends with the devs. And a lot of people were like, where's his content creator hat? Because Zombear has one. He was the first one in like 2020. And then Drowning on Land. And then finally Exploding Apple. He's like the only epic variant. There's like a purple box outline instead of the normal gray one. His A type is the colored. Him like with like skin color, red nose, and then the B one is him in like a black and white outfit. Because apparently he makes like these black and white short films. I think it's like really cool. I've put the horse head on top of the Exploding Apple body, and it looks so good. So have you guys used the skin at all?
Okay, Peter went to go eat dinner, but I used the skin for like the first day that the update came out, but second day, obviously, kind of hit tier 50, so been using Count Cropula ever since. But I think it's a phenomenal skin, best creator item we have. It's the first creator skin. I think it's really good. I like the second style, how it like correlates to Explode in Film and like his other channels and what he does besides Shotgun Farmers. So I think it's a really good skin.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's like pretty pricey. Like at most, 4,000 for a skin is not terrible, but then they also make you buy the hat on top of that, which it's a top hat. There's already top hats in the game. So if you want to save on BlockBox, you can use the top hat that's already in it. I personally like the one that they added more because it's bigger, more cartoony. But it is 4,000 for the skin and then 2,000 for the hat, which is 6,000 in total. And then Boink, the baby pig pet, is 5,000. So 11,000 BlockBox for like one featured cycle. It's doable, obviously. I got them all. I went from like 0 to like that much in a day. I grinded it out, but it is still a lot. Like how much are the skins normally? Like 3,000?
Yeah, 2,500, something like that.
Yeah. In the cattle pass, there's only 2 emotes. I haven't. When was the last emote really?
Rock and Roll Base, I think.
Yeah. The 2 in the cattle pass are the pet emote and then the salute emote. They're both pretty cool, but they're closer to the end of it. If there was one thing I would have liked to see more, it was probably more emotes, probably like 1 or 2 more, just in the beginning. And obviously, like in the daily rotation all the cosmetics for stuff that we've already unlocked, but that's not really a problem. It's just that we've been playing the game for so long. So speaking of pets, Boink, how many pets are there in the cattle pass? Like 4 or 5?
I think, yeah, something like that.
So there's Boink, which is in the item shop, and then you get the Bok Bok just for reaching level 25 in the regular SF like tier, like 100 tiers that they have. And then there's the Duck, Quack Quack, Rock, Zomquack, Sasquatch, and then Griswold. And then the Ghoul. That's another
Yeah.
one. So that's 6 right there, I believe. Or 6 plus Bok Bok and Boink, and then obviously the Diamond Bok Bok. So that's a lot of pets right there. I really love the Sasquatch pet. I think Sasquatch is a little bit of a stretch, but it works. Griswold looks a little weird being shrunken down, and like he has to like constantly run behind you. It looks a little weird, but I think it's funny. I really love the rock one. It like rolls with you. I like the googly eyes on it. That's really funny. And then like the actual animals, like the Quack Quack and the Zombie Quack and the Bok Bok, those look really natural. Actually, running alongside you, it like fits pretty well. At first, when I heard pets, I was like, Fortnite, but I think it actually like it fits the game pretty well. And it makes sense in the context of Shotgun Farmers. So what I know you like Quack Quack. What pets have you been using,
Yeah.
Birdie?
So at the start, I was using Boink just 'cause, you know, the Twerk It Piggy meme.
Of course.
And then along the cattle pass, every time I unlocked a new pet, like once I got Quack, that's what I used until I got the next one. So I just did that, but now that I maxed it, I've been using the Sasquatch pet. Just 'cause I think the running animation's funny. It's like sped up. It's like 2
It
times the speed. So
it
it
is
looks really
really
fun.
funny. Yeah.
I like how you can name them 'cause it makes them unique. It makes other people want to like read them mid-game. I like
Yeah.
doing that to
It's
teammates.
it's a little hard to see the names of the pets though. Like even when
Yeah.
you stop moving and you have to get like pretty up close. Um and I don't know what kind of filters they have on the names. Um I think like obviously like swear words, but there's probably like inappropriate stuff you could name your pig. Like that just gets past the censors. Um So I think is that it for the update? Like I mean, obviously there's the new UI with Foreside.
Yeah.
The Cattle Pass was Foreside themed, like you had mentioned previously. So there's Park Ranger, Lumberjack, a Lumberjack wolf skin. Obviously Foreside Horde mode stuff. So Quack Quack, Zombie Quack, Sasquatch, Griswold stuffs the Zombear skin. I love the Zombear skin. It looks so cool. I mean, there's no really use of using the Zombear head anymore, just because the newer model looks so much better. Um, but yeah, it is Farside themed, so there's like Winnie the cat, um, other pets that he's teased, like the gnome one, those stuff. I mean, obviously you don't want to release all your pets all at once. There's going to be more stuff in the item shop. Um, there is no Keef pet, I realized. I mean, I haven't been searching for these leaks, but obviously just being in a bunch of SF servers, there's been a bunch posted. Even in the leaked ones that I've seen, which I'm not going to say for obvious reasons, no horse pet, which is weird because they're like reaching out and like getting these like rock pets in these forest side and like a zombie quack, but like the main animal horse that's like the one like out of the 4 pets like Bach, Oink,
Even
Nay.
Kaka.
Yeah,
Kaka got
even
a pet.
Kaka got a wait. Kaka got a pet?
Yeah. In the leaks, from what I
Oh,
remember.
yeah. I mean, it might have been shown off, but yeah, I've seen no horse pet. Which I mean, horses they're very long, so it might look a little stupid. Just have them stand upright though, and then and
No.
then it's yes, dude. You know how cool that would look? It's just upright standing long horse, shrunken down to your side. So I don't know how long the cattle pass is lasting. If it's lasting an actual like calendar season or longer, because it is 50 tiers, it is still kind of a lot to get. The Valentine's event is coming up, and then soon the spring event is coming up. So I don't know if they're changing it before that. What kind of gets me bothered though is they probably won't release a new update until the new season of cosmetics for the cattle pass is done, and they're all going to be tailored to that update. So next, let's say the events don't really have anything to do with it. So but like let's say the Easter event is like the time where let's say Moonside releases. All of the new seasons are going to be, or that new season is going to be all Moonside themed. So you're going to get like alien, animal, pets, and astronaut cosmetics and stuff. So I mean that's cool, but I don't really want all the like tiers to be linked to whatever like new map is coming out or like horde mode that's coming out. So I know Quasi said that you could like go back to old seasons and grind for stuff, which I'm not exactly sure how you would pull that off, but maybe they release the seasons a little more frequently. I'm very Yeah, I'm just not sure how they would do that. I'm also not sure if it's gonna be 50 every single season. I mean, I'm guessing probably, but maybe they up it to like 75 or 100 one season, maybe 25 another. But I think that's it for SF 2.0 so far. There's still been no development in like Shotgun Farmers VR, Deadly Harvest or whatever. But I guess we look forward. Moonside and Eastside are, and the two like I don't know how Quasi is gonna make Moonside and Eastside in 1 year. Moonside was supposed to release with the Christmas event, and then Quasi got completely taken up with SF 2.0. So Moonside probably hasn't even been worked on yet. Um, as you know, I created Eastside, the concept like 2 years ago, and Quasi's been trying to do it ever since. But then he released Moonside instead of Eastside. He announced that one first, which was cool, I guess. But yeah, in order to release Eastside, he has to release Moonside first now. So I'm wondering how far along Moonside is in the. I guess that's. I mean, do you think that's like the only thing they're kind of working on right now? They have a bunch of pets ready.
Yeah,
Um,
I think updates are gonna come out like more fast since Switch is done. We just got like this whole 2.0 thing. So I think
yeah.
starting now, that's why they're calling it like 2.0. Updates are gonna come out like with no delays. Like once he says like a month or a time period, I think that's when it's gonna come out. So hopefully Moonsign is the main thing.
Yeah, hopefully no more delays. It's kind of crazy. Like the next update after the Switch release was like this massive dump. By the way, if you plan Switch, the update is not out yet. Quasi was so like upset that he had to keep delaying the update. He just said, "F it, PlayStation approved it, Nintendo hasn't. I'm just gonna release it without Switch." So if you plan Switch, it's now crossplays off and you're playing on an old version of SF, so I guess cherish your old SF memories while you still can. Which I've seen a lot of people upset in the official Discord. Part of me is like, that sucks. Part of me is like, it's funny because you're a Switch player and you don't get the new update. Um, but yeah, that's crazy because like people have requested like when there's been delays, like or he's waiting on like one company, people have been like, just release the other ones right now, and he's like, I can't, or I would mess
Yeah.
up crossplay. But like, and even like this one, like this is like the biggest update that SF's ever seen. You'd think that this would be the one where he's like, no, I want to release it all together, but pulled out chatted move out of nowhere and just released it. Um, so I mean, Peter left, so Peter doesn't get to be included in this segment, but I mean, Peter and Son, like we are big SF people. I've been in
Yeah.
the community since. I mean, I haven't. compared to other people, like the game's been out since the game's been in development for like 2016 or something like that. Like comparatively, I'm not gigantic, or I haven't been around for a long time, but I've been in the community since 2020. I found him on TikTok like very early on. I think Easter event 2020 is like when I was watching around that time, and then I started watching Zombear, and I just became an SF guy. But I've been in the community since 2020. I met Birdie, I guess 2021, like late 2021, I'd say.
Yeah, we didn't really
Um,
talk that much though, like in
yeah,
VCs.
yeah, I wasn't like in like the inner community till pretty late 2021. Uh, and would you say were you really in the ranked community?
Me? Yeah.
Did you
At the
play in like
start, yes.
tournaments?
Well, tournaments, I didn't play in them. I was gonna like ring tournaments or just any tournament.
I guess any tournament. Like,
Yeah, at
where
like
you
when
played it? You
ranked
played in
first came
Moonshine.
out, yeah, Moonshine. There was some random 1v1 tournament. It was hosted by, I don't think it was Scully. Oh, JNL Reaper. I don't know if you remember him,
Who
but
is that? It was Jano Reaper.
he's some old player. He was like really young. But I won that tourney. I won the Lime tourney, which happened like
Oh
February
yeah.
last year. Then there's a fourth one. Oh, hosted by Aggro in like 2020 in like December. It's
Dude,
like in
what
Cat
happened
Home
to
Northside.
what happened to Aggro Bay?
Well, no, he's like alive now. He's like a gym rat, I think. He's been doing that.
So yeah, you've been in the community for a long time, I guess. Um, if I'm gonna go into the server, check the amount of roles that I have. I'm a Twitch subscriber, YouTuber, live streamer, TikToker, wiki editor, Cabras, farmer, server booster. So I have a lot of roles in the Discord. I've been in the game. Me and Quasi are BFFs. He's gonna make Eastside, and you are, I guess you're infamous for some stuff, but also you've been in the community,
I kind of
right?
gotta regain my status, get my roles back, try to at least.
You have to ask for your roles. They're not just gonna give it to you. Just say
I
like
feel
you
like
do you
I'll
even have
ask, I'll get banned for being too comfortable.
do you have farmer?
No,
You don't even have farmer, dude. Ask for farmer.
no, because then I'm gonna get banned for
Dude,
asking.
if you all right. Uh so yeah, we're like I'd say top 5 big SF community people. I mean, who else would know? Maybe Goofy World.
Zomber.
Um so no, Zombie hasn't even played he didn't even play the
Yeah, but
4 set
everyone
update last
knows
year.
him.
Yeah, everyone knows Zombie.
Crafter, I mean, he's making a comeback. I don't think like that many people remember him, but he's back on the game. That's cool.
Yeah, so anyway, we're big SF people, so where are our references in the game, The DeKeef cosmetic, um obviously the DeKeef on a stick meme, the origin of that came from confidential circumstances. Um but there's already a DeKeef, like DeKeef on a stick is something I said looking at the already existing West Side Win shovel, which is the pony one. Um, if I were to ask for something in game, it would be either in East Side a The Keef was here graffiti, like my banner is on Discord. Um, or I guess a bot name. I want a bot name. Or on Graveside. But Birdie, you were the first person ever to find the Ghost Bach Easter egg. That was like the Easter egg that's been in the game forever that Quasi's been like hinting. Like during the whole era where they released all the clues and stuff, no one could figure out anything until like maybe a year later when you just like randomly found it.
Yeah, so I didn't like those clues, like I saw them on Twitter. I didn't really like care about them though. So I
Hmm.
was just randomly playing, doing lighting candles, because like everybody's been trying to do it. Everyone was like, yeah, that's how you do it, but it never
Yeah,
worked because it's like
that's why
bugged.
I was so like when I found out that that was how you did it, I was like, haven't people been doing that for like actual years?
Yeah, I guess it's just bugged in public matches. Like I can't seem to do it at all in public, but once I do a private match with just bots, it works like every single time. but I feel like the devs haven't done anything because I feel like they might think that I cheated to do it, which I didn't. This was
Yeah,
before
yeah, no,
all
like
that.
like I'm gonna just be honest here. People that I know that have hacked besides Birdie have thought that they figured out the Easter egg, and it was actually something like completely different.
Yeah.
So Birdie, that all happened like 2 months before you got banned. So, you're back in the good graces. That could happen. I don't think Quasi even knew that people had found out
Yeah.
the Easter egg, or he was like playing dumb when like people brought it up to him. But Quasi, potato, what's his name?
Phantom Potato?
Phantom Potato, Slothinator 5000. Birdie was the first guy to find the Easter egg. It's the Easter egg's in Graveside. He literally flies into a grave, so putting Birdie in Graveside, doesn't seem too far fetched. Right here, boom, Birdie died laying an Easter egg. He's a
Easy.
bird. He's a bird laying an egg, Easter egg. It literally writes
It
itself.
just makes sense.
So now we're doing hashtag put Birdie on a graveside grave. That's the new hashtag.
Wasn't there a different one that I used? I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you use it in your original graveside video?
It wasn't in the video, but remember those TikToks I made? It was like
Oh.
day 10. Put Birdie in
Oh
Graveside.
yeah,
That's
I
what.
remember that. I remember that. And then Goofy stole your video
And
and
got,
made his own like how to get it, and he got like more views on you.
he got like 5,000 views and mine only got like what, 200, 300, something like that.
I'm pulling up this video right now. I gotta see how many views it has. How to get the long live Bok Bok hat in SF, 4.9 thousand
Jeez.
views. I think that does it. Peter had to leave. He had to go eat dinner. Um, but I mean, I would say it's a pretty successful
Yeah.
first video. We're gonna make a lot more of these. I want to start bringing on people, like maybe, I mean, obviously close community guys, maybe Chube or Goofy World or whatever. But also, I want to bring on big guys like Exploding Apple, PBB, Zombear. I want to bring on a dev. I want to bring on Quasi TV.
Quasi.
I want to bring on Slothinator or Nico. I want to bring on Crazy WS.
Not that
I want to
before.
bring on all the ranked guys. I want to do a big reunion. Crafter, all the other guys that I never talked to. I want to bring Steph on. I want to bring Bink on. That's a joke. I don't want to bring Bink on. Maybe Peter will be on if he stops eating dinner during our only
Yeah.
recording session.
Would you consider Par?
I would not because
If you're trying to get Quasi, I think you shouldn't.
yeah, I don't know. He's a bit of a naughty boy. I don't really want to bring him on. I've like for my YouTube channel, I've tried doing Par interviews before, and he just derails it. So it wouldn't even be good content. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff. Like when I first started making YouTube videos, that the SF idea was, or the SF podcast idea was brought up. I tried getting like Rob and Shoop to do it, and then I thought it through. They're great guys. Hosting a podcast, maybe it'd be a bit boring. I wanted you to be on it, but you were banned at the time, so you
Yeah.
couldn't be. But yeah, I want to interview a bunch of people. I want to reminisce about old times. We did talk about a lot of stuff, but it was kind of all recent stuff. So if there's like anything we want to talk about, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, just I think we're not making like a new channel for this, right? I'm just posting this
Yeah,
on
just
Dekeef
post it on
underscore so.
Dekeef.
Yeah, so Peter will be back after he eats dinner. He'll be in the next episode. And yeah, I'd say that's it for this episode. So from me and Birdie and Peter and he's eating, we would like to tell you goodbye. And we will see you guys in my next Keith video, his next podcast video. Oh, and subscribe to Birdie SF.
Yeah.
Birdie Lamau.
Okay.
His name doesn't come up when you type it in YouTube searches, so just look up Birdie Lamau shotgun farmers and it should come up.